do Ireland, if they beat South Africa, do they potentially rotate for Scotland? Because New Zealand, would you rather, okay, Joe, would you rather New Zealand or France in the quarters?
I want New Zealand in the quarters. I think France are...
You want New Zealand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think France
you
are
don't know
nearly
what's
unbeatable. That's...
Okay. Yeah, in Paris, they might well be. But it seems weird to actually want New Zealand in a World Cup quarter.
It's a terrible, horrible choice. Which of these children is your favourite?
Yeah,
like, come on.
yeah, completely. So I almost... What Ireland can't have is a situation like in 2015 where they limp into a quarter-final because they went so to the well against France to top the pool, to avoid the All Blacks, to get Argentina, who blew them to bits.
Yeah.
So do you then go, right, if they can beat, I mean, they're going to have to get Sexton back firing in Romania, then take on Tonga, then play South Africa. Do they then go, when for Scotland on the final game, actually, if we rest and rotate a bit, we can be peaking for the quarter?
There's one other caveat, I suppose, to this. If Scotland winning was to knock South Africa out, I think I would be very interested in rotating my team for that game, almost irrespective of... I think what we'll know is how well New Zealand are going at that stage, and if they're as psychologically frail as we feel like they might be, having been absolutely annihilated last week, and if they get annihilated again next week, then I'm like, yeah, bring on New Zealand. But if it's like France, all singing, all dancing, if Jalabert is suddenly, no, who's Ntamak? Then I'm like, I'm doing anything I can to avoid them.
Yeah, and just to be clear, I'm not saying that Ireland should rotate because Scotland are weak. Scotland are excellent. I'm just looking, forget that it's Scotland. It's just, if Ireland have guaranteed progression, do they look at wrapping Sexton in cotton wool, looking at certain other players who might be carrying knocks and going, right, we have to peak for this quarterfinal, otherwise we're going home again before the semis. And I just think that group is going to take so much out of a team like Ireland mentally and physically, that I just don't see a way at the moment that they can be in peak physical condition for a quarterfinal against a team that is going to have had their massive game on the opening night and then can just taper things to the quarter. And that's not to say that Ireland can afford to rotate against Scotland, because Scotland may turn them over, but it's whether they actually don't mind losing because it's a piece of string who they would rather play in the quarterfinal. I just think that it's something, and look, maybe it's just a stupid idea and you're playing havoc with the rugby gods. Try and win every game, rest will look after itself. I just can't see a way necessarily a team from that side of the draw is going to have anything left come semi-final and final time, because what Ireland, Scotland and South Africa have in that pool is so unprecedented.